NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you can...
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Right there, 54, right there.
In search of redemption from the pick 6. Gone. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Terry McLaurin, 76 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's taken on the 25. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up first and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jake Ryan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Hey, Mike 7. Hey, check, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Gone. And able to find Green. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Goff. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. TJ Logan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. and they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, look at the juke. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Gall. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Green once again the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Team spell. Mike 54. Mike 54. I can't believe they let you play. I can't. What's that?
Out of the gun. Gone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And now out comes Minnesota. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The tackle that time by William Hayes.
2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we're good. You ready? Here we go. You're mine.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Mike 50. Screen. Watch the screen. Watch it. Hey, exit. Mike's 50. Yo, Chief. I hope you brought your lunch, because I'm about to take you to school. Say.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now gone. That is caught at the 7. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
What now? 180. Check. Walk 54. Ready to run. Watch the block. Kill.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Five. 54, right there.
Carr now on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Get him, boy.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Now! Check! 180! 180, we're good, we're good! 280! Watch the slap!
Now a handoff for Dixon. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley, and he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Carr completes it, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
So typically you'd say nice job defensively to force a decision on 4th down. But they've already gone for it once and converted, so you better make sure your defense stays out on the field and is alert.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Carr going to go on 4th down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Vikings on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, Corbin. I'm getting tired of seeing me. White Monday down.
Now a play fake. Carr. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Emmanuel Sanders, touchdown, Philadelphia. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Ryan Kerrigan gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Let's go. Kill. What's on?
Carr going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
I'm coming after you. Hey, box truck. Coming after you. What's that?
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
6:37.
On first down, Carr. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr, incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, Carr. And he's got a noon one. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Carr now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. He couldn't hook up with Enunwa that time. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through... Oftentimes, the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
But it brings up third down.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Goff. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 50, it's gone. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
They're on the 24-yard line.
Down! 185! What we got?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
That was a beautiful executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check. Watch 54. Come to ball.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sanders. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
What? 180. Hey, kill.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Take taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Carr now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll run on first down. It's Logan. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down, it's Logan. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, it's Logan. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for gone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
12.
Now it's gone. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long. It's gone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Now, you ready? OP.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
56, 180. 180, we're good. 280.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
694. 10. Hey, Delta. Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
It's our time. It's our
Go Chief.
Rush in. Rush in.
Red Raider 2.
Check 26. Check 26.
Now Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
56 of Mike.
Raider 1. 12 Jumbo.
Check curls. Check curls.
On third and long, it's Carr. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Back.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4 down.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles' defense able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Logan. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Obama.
Goff going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin. 3rd down here.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Goff. Got a man. He finds Sanders. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 5. Check 3.
Out of the gun. Goff. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On second down, here's Mixon. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Philadelphia, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.